Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Hayford Onwuzurike, as most of you already know. I'm welcoming you all to this webinar. I'm trying to give us an exposure on what the value magnet mindset is all about. So if you know the value magnet mindset, you would understand where I'm coming from. And then that's if you have been following me all this while. But if you haven't, if this is your first time, okay, we'll be just going afresh. I wrote the book Value Magnets this year, sold it out last year, December, at pre-order, and published it this year. So I'll just be going through putting you into just the value magnet mindset, a whole lot. The book is a 6-chapter book. Yeah, I think 5 or 6 chapter book, but I want to also dwell on the basics. The basic is the value magnet mindset, and that's what I want us. That is the mindset I know that has produced financial breakthrough for many, and I'm saying to help you as a student or as a professional produce more cash flow. Whatever time you're joining me here, you're welcome. So what is this? It is just going to be an expo to my book. The whole book, you can get it, you can order it on Okada Books or Amazon, or I think you can get it from me too. You can buzz me and I'll give it to you at $7.5. So this free webinar is just an expo to the value magnet mindset, profiting from adding value to your network. You know how every student or professional can cultivate the value magnet mindset that produces endless cash flow. That's what I want to be sharing with us today. And I would start by saying, what is value? What is value? And if you know what value is, you know that value is simply the exchange of something that is important, the exchange of something that is of importance. Value is anything that is esteemed at a worth that can be traded for monetary transaction. So one, you know that value is something that is of importance. If you say you value somebody, you know that this person is important to you. You know, if you say you value something, you know that thing is important to you. And then it is also in business-wise something that can be exchanged for monetary equivalent. So if they say this perfume is of value, that means you can sell this perfume at an appointed, how will I put it now, at a specific price. Now, what is magnet? A magnet is the attraction of something that is of like build or composition. If I am to magnet something, what I am magneting must be of the same property with what I am made of. So two things can only rub off each other if they are both made up of magnets. So a magnet, you know that a magnet only attaches metallic, or this build up of with iron or steel, or understand things of that like. So there are some particular things that can be magneted. A wood cannot be magneted. So when you think of it that way, you understand that now when you look at it that way, you understand that two things that are not of the same composition or properties cannot be magneted. In the light of what I'm talking about is, if I'm someone that value flashy cars, anybody that is around me and we are talking about cars, you would see that I would tend to like, or I would tend to position myself closer to the person who actually likes flashy cars also. Not that I cannot relate to the other person. Not that I can't relate to the other person, but I tend to get attracted more to someone that has the same value like I do. So that's the magnet. Then the mindset is just anything that surrounds the behavior and the attitude we carry and the belief we carry concerning something. Your mindset about anything is the belief, the attitude, the behavior, the understanding you carry pertaining the matter. So what is the value magnet mindset? I said the value magnet mindset can be said to be that understanding that you are a a collection of value that attracts that certain kind of value. And you carry the mindset and the understanding and the belief that anywhere you are, that kind of value which you already believe in, the people that are attracted to you tend to have that same kind of value. So if I was to read directly from what I wrote in my book, you would see that I'm saying almost the same thing. So I said in the book that the value magnet mindset is the understanding that your set of actions, which are consistent with your behavior, builds to define your principles and then guides your daily dealings with everyone around you. So when you know that this is your belief system, there's a way you deal with people and you are going to be working with the belief system you already have. You wouldn't go with someone else's belief system most of the time because that's their own value. But your value, except their value is connected to yours, you would tend most times to stick with your own value because that is what you believe in. And then when you carry the mindset that you know that you can attract people, you can really attract people based on this mindset you have built, then you would always understand that you are a force to reckon with when it comes to that particular set of values. Now, who is a value magnet? A value magnet is someone that has the value magnet mindset correctly, instilled in him or her. A value magnet is anyone that understands that no matter where the person is, no matter who the person is, whether male or female, black or white, you know that you are a force to reckon with. You know that you have the capacity to attract people in certain values that you have built in your life or in your personality. And then you understand that you can also grow your network in this light of the values you believe in. You now become a value magnet because now you now intentionally attract people. You've seen some people that they call social media influencers. They only influence people in certain areas that they already believe in. If someone believes in selling, expensive hair wigs, something like that, the person will only attract people that go for expensive hair wigs. Not that cheaper hair wigs will be bad, but if someone has built his or her own value around selling affordable, cheap hair wigs for people that can afford it, the people that will be close to that person in purchasing what he or she has to offer are people that would come, in need of that value of hair wigs that are that price. I don't know if you understand me. So if you get that clearly, then I would move next to what I would say. I said, what will make a student broke without pocket money is the same thing that will keep an employee broke once salary is finished. There's no extra value produced. That's the reason. I don't know if you get it. If you're a student right now, you're listening to me and you are broke, you don't have pocket money, or outside your pocket money, let me use that word, outside your pocket money, you are broke, you don't have any financial source. There is nothing different from you than a person that has a job that gets a salary, but then he becomes broke when his salary finishes. The the connection between you and that person is because both of you don't have an extra value you are producing. If my dad doesn't send me money in school, and all I depend on is that money that he gives me as an allowance, I will be broke because I don't have any other value producing. But a student who is a graphic designer, for instance, and has understood how to be a value magnet to attract people that will pay for his or her services in graphic design would, at every point in time, attract finance to himself. So nobody has a money problem. You just have a value problem. So if you're staying broke as a student or staying broke as an employee, you check yourself, am I producing an extra value? Because the value you produced as an employee, that was what cost you to get that salary. But now the salary is finished. Why is it finished? It's not sufficient for your current needs. And as much as it's not sufficient for your current needs, now we are realizing that if you had another value you are producing, let's say the employee also after work, he goes out to do photography. Yes, there's a way he can schedule it. And if he has created that mindset that he's a value magnet, people can be booking for his photography and make sure it fits into his schedule. Or let's say he even has expanded and have people working for him. Once his salary is finished, he has money coming from the photography. That's an extra stream. An extra value he has produced has brought him another extra cash. So you see where I said nobody has a money problem. We all have a value problem if we don't have money. As I say, what will make a student broke without pocket money? That's a student that is without pocket money. What will make he or she broke is the same thing that will keep him an employee broke once salary is finished. Because both of them, there is no extra value produced. Now, another thing I would like to mention again is the fact that being a value magnet also makes you a money magnet, whether you like it or not. Like sooner or later, even though you don't want to monetize that thing that you create as a value, people will help you monetize it. People will help you monetize it. So if at all you are someone that probably you've been designing for free, you have been learning how to design for free, and there's a time and you are really putting your energy into becoming good at it. You are really putting your energy into being intentional about producing that value. You'll be so good to the extent, if you are intentional enough, people would notice that this is the value you are creating. They will say, okay, can you come and do this? I need to inconvenience you. So can I just give you 50,000 naira? Because I know that it's inconveniencing you and I'm using your time. So whether you like it or not, a value magnet also makes you a money magnet. As I said, nobody has a money problem. It's just a value problem. So you don't chase money. Just think of how to create value. Think of how to carry value. Money will chase you. Why am I saying this? For instance, this last year, I held an event in my school, and then as I held that event, the first event was actually free of charge. Actually, just wanted to expose people to some understanding of financial intelligence training. Using financial intelligence, I wanted to expose them to financial intelligence and understanding money. So I held it the first time in 2018. But then last year, I don't know, we were supposed to invite a speaker and we didn't want to leave him empty-handed. So we put a price tag on it. And even more than the people that attended the first time, people paid money to attend the second time. And you see that money was created because there was first of all a value. There was a value that was created from the first event. There was a value that was exchanged. People gave good feedback and reports from the first event. So when you decide to create value, to give people, the opportunity to see the importance in the things you do, in the way you perceive things, very soon, very, very soon, you'll be carrying bags of money. Let me put it that way. You'll be carrying bags of money. Yes, because you have learned to become valuable. Now, I want to share with you, this is exactly the same content from my book. I just picked this out. I want to share with you 10 best ways to possess this value magnet mindset. If you have not possessed the value magnet mindset, you would not go far with understanding how it creates money at the long run. The first thing I like to tell people is believe you are a force you're a force of attraction. You're a force to reckon with. If you don't believe that you're a force to reckon with, you wouldn't be intentional about what you do. But because I know I am a force to reckon with, I'm a, even though it may seem like I'm still national, but I know that I'm an international class. Then I don't just create things because I feel like creating them. I don't just do things because I feel like doing them. I do them because I understand that I'm a force of attraction. And the value I possess, people will put. There are some things that I want to post on my WhatsApp status or my Facebook story. I cannot try it because I know that I am a force of attraction. And what you give out, that's what people will bring to you. So when you are intentional about creating quality things that will educate people, that will inspire people, definitely you are building yourself around people that will understand that this is what you bring to the table and what they can also exchange with you. Now, the second thing I'll say is keep a high level of self-worth and self-esteem. The very minute thing that brings people down is their belief of their self. So you think that someone is best, but you don't know that you too, you are best. You think that someone is better than you, and you believe that, okay, you cannot do it as much as he or she is doing it, or you cannot attract the kind of maybe say fame or wealth or spiritual heights that the person has gone because you just feel that you are not worthy. No, I want us to understand that our self-worth is one thing, our self-esteem is one thing that goes a long way to build the value magnets mindset. And the next thing I would say is constantly contribute to a cause larger than yourself. I've understood how this works over the years because when I constantly contribute to a cause larger than myself, I find out that project helps me to build, more value in myself. I really don't know how to, how you would look at this, but let me give you an example. So, I think in 2017, that was the first time I joined network marketing, and then one of the leaders that broke out of the company were working with, he said he wanted to start a system because the previous company failed, and then he wanted this way where his system or the system will be building now will be something that would last and not just keep failing. I have never been part of a system before. I've never been part of the birth of a network marketing company before. But then I decided to take up the challenge. Now, contributing to that cause that was larger than me has helped me to understand so many things about building systems, so many things about managing systems, so many things about understanding people, managing people. And then it has built the value that I have for myself. And it has built the value I, have placed on myself, because now I know that I have contributed to other things that's beyond maybe my career or my family or something. I've contributed to other things, and then I have, gotten some exposure, some level of understanding. That way, I know that, okay, I am not just the small me or the usual me I used to be. I've gotten more, value added to myself. So when you contribute to a cause like that than yourself, you still Use that to build your value magnet mindset, because you know that now you can also attract people to a course that is larger than them. Constantly invest in yourself through books, mentors, and programs. What does this mean? If you want to build value, you must invest in yourself. Do you understand? You cannot be a value magnet without, first of all, let me use the word inflating. You need to inflate the pain of spending just to invest in yourself. You need to carry the cross of putting conscious value from other people into yourself. You need to read books, you need to get mentors, you need to attend programs, you need to go to pay for events. All this you need to do both online and offline to ensure that you are growing constantly. You are constantly growing, because you cannot give what you don't have. I can't host a class when I have not attended people's classes before. I can't say I want to write a book when I have not read people's book before. It doesn't happen anywhere. So the next thing I'll say is always try to produce something that solves a need around you. This one has really helped me. I look at my environment, I listen to people, and I say, okay, how will I solve a need? See, once you're able to solve a need around you, you will never lack money. You will never be broke. You will never go out of cash. If you're a student and you're listening to me, try to always pay close attention to what people are complaining about. I think in 300 level or so, people were I just knew, and people have been complaining, we're going a distance to get water and stuff like that. Cut long story short, I brought a fridge. That was something that was not done or allowed in my school then. So I brought a deep freezer somehow. They just saw it, and people were like, wow, how did you do this? How did you? But that was me consciously putting my ears down to understand the need around me, to understand the way to produce a solution. And when you're bringing a solution around you, you're attracting value. You're attracting value and you're attracting money. So the next thing I'll say is freely share a knowledge you have consistently about something. Freely share a knowledge you have consistently about something. So whether you know how to make cards, or you know how to blog, or you know how to, I don't know, is it make beads? Try to share the knowledge you have about that thing. Like, it helps. If you notice, I don't know, but I think the best students are always the students that teach others. I don't know, but I think that is my own analysis. The best students are always the students that teach others. Except a very few that don't teach others. But once you share knowledge about something, you are attracting value to you. We are looking at the value magnet mindset. For you to be a value magnet, you need to share a knowledge. You need to give a value. Freely share the knowledge. Like this class now, I'm having it for free because I want to consciously, be of value to some people if they really understand the worth of what I'm about to share. So it's as simple as that. The next thing I would say is always set your mind to understand that you are a leader, no matter how small and no matter the number of people attracted to your leadership. So never forget that you are a force of attraction. Always set your mind to understand that you're a leader, no matter how small or no matter the number of people attracted to your leadership. People don't wake up and become leaders. We are leaders every single day. We are leaders every single day. So, but the one that finally emerges a leader is the one that have always consciously understood that while he was leading his own life, he was a leader, because people are always watching at you. People are watching what you do. While he was leading his classmates, maybe you are a class rep or you are a state local government chairman, you don't know that people are looking at what you're doing. So no matter how small the number of people attracted to you,
or your leadership is, understand that you are a value magnet in that circle. In that leadership, you are a value magnet. In that circle, you are a value magnet. In your life, if you feel like you're not connected to anything at all, you're just living your life. My brother, my sister, someone is watching at you, someone is looking at you, someone is following your steps, someone is waiting for you to make a mistake. So you are a value magnet leading, no matter how small or big the people attracted to your leadership is. So the second thing I'll say is stay positive and intentional. Stay positive, then intentionally use the values others create to invest in yourself. I cannot re-emphasize this. You have to stay positive, because sometimes it may seem as if you are not producing any value, but you are, you don't know, no matter how small it is. Then you have to now intentionally use the values others create to invest in yourself. Last year, I paid for an Instagram class. I think it was 15,000 baht. I paid for a mentorship, or was it 3 months sales class, 10K. I paid for WhatsApp ads, 5K. I paid for network marketing professional stuff. That was 35K or so. And some other plenty things I used and invested in myself. So when you see somebody producing something that you admire, don't imagine it came overnight. The person has intentionally used other people's value to invest in themselves. So I'm saying, try as much as possible for you to be a value magnet to attract other people to come to your value. You need to also put other people's value in yourself. Number 9 says, try to always over-deliver on any task you do, even if no one is watching or paying you. So I know there's an ebook I have now, a free ebook, compiled teaching on earning more. Yes, on how to earn more. That class, when I had that WhatsApp class, and I think barely 2 or 3 people were really paying attention. But I poured out my heart to that class. It was a free class. So, when something is free, people will either take it, it's free now, whatever it is. But I poured out my heart there, and then months later, I compiled it into an ebook. Still a free ebook, but then people are getting more value from it. And I'm like, it's not the same class that people were playing with, or only 2 or 3 people. So because I over-delivered, if I did not over-deliver, if I did not do it with all my heart, there will be nothing to convert into an ebook. So I just compiled the teaching in that class into a short ebook on how to earn more. So when you try to always over-deliver, you don't know when that knowledge or when that service would pay off. Whether it's free or whether you are being paid, whether they are watching you or nobody's watching you, if you put your heart to always over-deliver, always give your best, you see that someday that thing will pay off. That thing will surely pay off. That thing will surely pay off. So I think we're getting to the end of this webinar. I wanted to make it very, very short. And the 10th, I was talking about 10 ways to really, possess the value magnet mindset. And the 10th one I would say is, remember that you are special and you have a special way to contribute to helping others succeed, and that people will always be attracted to you because of that unique touch and that unique way you produce what you produce. Remember, there's always a special way you can contribute to helping others succeed, and that people will always be attracted to you because of that unique touch. There is no two photographer that snaps pictures the same way. There is no two motivational speakers that speak the same way. There is no two footballer that plays football the same way. There's always a special touch that you can put to either helping others succeed, and then you will realize that what people are attracted to you because of that unique way you do what you do. Not everybody will like me. Not everybody I also like. There are people that I don't like. There are people that I even used to like. I don't like them again. But then just not every person, they have a unique way they do what they do. They have a unique way they do what they do. So there is Henry David said, there is no value in life except what you choose to place upon it. There is no value in life except what you choose to place upon it. If I say, okay, this is, let me give you a very funny instance, or let me say my mind-blowing instance. I've always had the idea to write a book. I've been procrastinating. Then I saw I saw people that were doing the kind of things I was doing, and they were writing books. They were publishing both hard copies, ebooks, small soft copies, whatever you call it. And then I said, Hayford, stop sleeping. I paid a graphic designer. A graphic designer. He designed an ebook cover for me. I had not written one page. Now, in that ebook cover, I was the one that placed value on it. After the guy had made it, I would have just left it there and still procrastinated. But then I placed a value on it by putting a price tag on it. This was a book that was not written. I've not written one page. I put a cover and I put a price on it. And I said, after I procrastinated one day, I just woke up. I said, no, this is going for sale. And I put it, pre-order now, pre-order now, pre-order now. I had not written one page. This is this same book. People have bought this book now. But then nobody had bought anything. But I placed a value in it. So they said there's no value in life except what they place on it. And then I placed a value, and people were ordering it based on a how would I put it? A picture. Let me just say a picture. Yes, it's a picture. Just based on a picture. This picture, I placed a value on it. And I said, this is the price this book is going for. Pre-order it now. And people pre-ordered it. And then I knew that when I had collected people's money, I knew that I must deliver. Finally, I must give birth to this baby that I've been keeping and procrastinating. And then 6 days after, I had to compile and produce the book that I've always wanted to. So the last part of what Henry David said was, there is no happiness in any place except what you bring to it yourself. I think this is an error. There is no happiness in any place except what you bring to it yourself. So anytime you are not happy, or let me say, anytime you think that you're not valuable, just remember, it is you that is not placing value on that thing. You are the one thinking too small about that thing. You are the one thinking too small. I've made a flyer for this thing. I paid someone to actually make this flyer. And then literally most people that said they would come for the webinar, they did not come. Or some people had difficulties, blah, blah, blah. But then they have placed a value on that. It's their choice. So what I want to just tell you to go home with is that if you want to ever attract something big in your life, if you want to ever go big in your life, if you want to ever produce more money, produce more value. That's all I would say. Produce more value. Find a way to help people succeed. Find a way to, get people to understand the importance of what you do, what you're giving them, both free and paid. So the last thing I would say is, thank you for really staying till the end. These are just, like I rightly put, if you saw the flyer, it was just an expo to the value magnet mindset. If you started this webinar in the middle of it, I would advise you go. I think I would send a recording afterwards, and you can go back and listen from the beginning. And the same ebook that has all this information I've given out, I know that, okay, let me say 70% of what I give out now was from the ebook, and 30% was new information. So, but to get more out of what you can get from the value magnet mindset that will help you profit from adding value to people, how I have personally profited. I think from January to now, I don't know how I have attracted almost 400K investments. Investors, people are just meeting me. Hey, for that, I want to. Me that used to beg people before, they are the one coming to me now. I'm even looking for how to push them away. So this is the same mindset I have used and produced so much profit by adding value to people. And I'm saying, because you are in this webinar, you can get this ebook for $5. The normal price is $7.5.
That's the selling price, but you can get it at $5. This was the pre-order price. The pre-order price was $5. That's at last year. So you can get it at the price of $5 now again and get it to you. And then for also attending this webinar, I'm giving 30% off on any of my February classes, offers. I think I even have a coaching. You can rip me off and get it at 30%. Meet me and say, Hayford, this is what you said. And I would honor that. So that's about all. Okay, I think I'll be going more. I just made it very short. I made it 25 minutes or so. But I'll be going into more detail on how to really grow your network and profits from adding value to them. I literally took just two or three pages out of the book I wrote just to discuss the value magnet mindset. But when I'll be giving this 3 days intensive value boot camp, I'll be going into the value magnet mindset again. I'll be going into how to intentionally add value to yourself and how to grow your network for exponential profits, and then how to sell your value. I'll teach you how to sell your value too. The same way I used to sell all of my values, both my network marketing business, my online and offline businesses. And I would have placed this at, I actually placed it at 10,000 naira. I looked at the fact that I wanted to help students because most of my connections and network were students. So I placed it at 1.5 giveaway price. 3 days. 3 days get more out of me on how you would sell your value, how you grow your network, and then how to never run out of money as a student or a professional. Your salary finish, no mean say make you no get money now. You can't be broke, sir, because your pocket money is not coming. So that's it. Thank you very much. Thank you for attending this event. And have a good day.